just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. Can't find an exit. I wander in a maze alone. If I find you, will you shock me? Left and right. Pretty sure that I've been here before, and it isn't what I wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. Voice like an angel, been chain smoking all month long, like you're someone I believe in. Am I only elaborate? Someone you can test things on. This isn't what I signed up for. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve.
If you're looking for memes of the week, number 18, you're in the right place. I'm your co-host, Jason of Awake Souls, and I'm joined by the limitless one, Ronnie Harris. How are you doing, brother?
I'm awesome. What a great day. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in the future, too. Thank you guys for checking it out. Thank you, everyone in the chat. It's going to be a great night. We've got a lot of great stuff planned, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So we had a little extra time today, and so we've got features that we haven't had before for the last couple of weeks. We've got a fresh memes roller, and yeah, so we've got some current topics going on right now that are crazy, everyone, and we're gonna try to go through them, make sense of them. And as Ronnie told me today, tonight's mostly gonna be spiritual and uplifting and funny. So We're trying to get off the seriousness of some of the stuff that's going on right now and have a little bit of fun.
I mean, the last thing I want to do is talk about people that say they're with us, turning on us, you know, calling us names and stuff. I don't want to talk bad about anybody. I'm tired of it. I want to have peace and truth and love, real love through our actions. That's what I want. You know, we're going to try to get some laughs in here. We're going to try to show some, you know, how do we say this? Soul food for the soul. We've got some great songs planned. I hope YD liked that song. That was just for you, YD. That song. I know you liked it. And all the music has a good uplifting vibe. We got a meme roller tonight, brother. Like meme roller number 18. It's been, I don't know, 3 weeks maybe since we had a new meme roller. So, you know, if you got them, I suggest light them up right soon. We're going to talk for a little bit here, and then the meme roller is going to go on. And, you know, being lit helps it, you know. Some things are enhanced, you know, and everybody do things that doesn't allow you. You don't go around doing anything bad. If you do something that makes you want to go around doing bad stuff, don't do it anymore. I don't know too many people that lit it up and then wanted to get into fights or stuff like that. But what's on your mind to start this memes of the week? It's Friday. What is it? May 20th, right? May the 20th be with you.
I got to let you know that as we were going live, I got some shocking and stunning information through a text that's rattled me. And I'm doing everything I can to remain composed right now.
Oh no!
Yes, it's not good, but I want to go through tonight's memes of the week and have fun, and just let the person know if they're watching that I'll address the situation as soon as I can.
Yeah. I don't want any negativity, really. Come on, I don't even know. That's not the point of tonight. We don't want any of that. We're not looking for any arguing or fighting or debating. We're just going to present some content and some music. You know, it's been crazy. I've had this like, reinvigoration. I've been running around practicing Jeet Kune Do again. Whoever thought I would do that in my 40s, right? But it's happening, right? Maybe we'll get some footage of it soon. Let me keep practicing before I bring it out. Jason and I want to start doing Joy Camp style videos where we actually film stuff. We're also talking about bringing the vlogs back, walk-in talks, where we show you nature and we just share some of our thoughts off the top of our head. Jason is like, you're one of the best at it, man. You taught me. You were the pioneer into that. So why don't you talk about your old blogging?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of things to do right now. And so I feel like some good soulful vlogging, right? Go out with the camera and do the recording of a walk and talk of the thing that's on my mind. And then we were talking about today how cool it would be because I've done it individually, you've done it individually. Now we're talking about going out for a walk and talk together, where we talk about what's up, what we see, and it's going to be a personal level conversation. It won't be as formal as a video. It'll be a vlog, right? So it'll be more spontaneous, more on the fly, and they're easy to put out, right? You just hit record and you trim it up a little bit and publish. So I'm looking forward to doing some messages like that, recording what I see going on, how it pertains to the end times, the reason why I'm making choices that I'm making, and you get to do with it what you want. So all I can do is tell you the things that I've been through and the choices that I'm making, and then you can weigh from that whether or not there's any advice to be taken, whether or not you want to do the same thing, something different. Maybe it'll spark a different idea in your head that you think is better, and you try that one out. So this is just a sharing mechanism, and it's done for free. So it's take it and benefit from it if you can, is all I say.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun too. We always like to try to find other ways to share content, to talk, to get through these days together, because we all know it's not always easy in this realm. It's a very painful place, and especially if you know the truth, right? It's bitter, but yet here we go. We just continue to try to do the best that we can and just try to share as much truth. We're planting trees every podcast. A bunch of books. This is a bunch of books we've been building, just page after page after page, and it's been fun. I've never felt freer, more like my creativity. I'm able to express it openly in a lot of different ways. I'm just thankful to be here tonight. I'm humble. I'm grateful. I'm absolutely grateful that we had a day off. I had fun this morning. One second. I planned on putting in enough content to go more than an hour. And, you know, I didn't know. I figured somewhere around 2 hours. I just wanted to see if people were watching, if someone in the chat would say, hey, don't you have to go to work? But nobody said anything. And then at the end of the video, at the end of the podcast, I played a clip from the intro from My Lover's Light Part 3. So if you didn't watch it to the end, you didn't even get to see that second test. So, you know, when you tune in here, I'm not just going to share truth with you. We're going to test you. We're going to, you know, help you become a better thinker, because that's what we're doing here as a collective. We're working together to enhance our thoughts, enhance our souls, enhance our spirits, to follow the way of Christ. This was most of the stuff that we talk about is his teachings, all of it almost. But I'm just thankful, bro. What do you have to say?
No, I'm all in. I'm excited. It's like I said, I've got something else on my mind that I'm just trying to figure it out. So
is it bad?
It's negative. It's negative.
Oh, it's not like detrimental though.
Yeah.
Nobody passed away, or someone's got some information against us?
No
videos.
There's been a couple of passing aways. You'll find out. Yes.
That's sad. People I know.
Animals, you know.
What? Oh no, the chickens. Oh. Okay, well, we'll get through everything. That's all we know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, crazy times. Trying to figure it all out. So, trying to process it all on the fly, everybody. So, everybody, as we go through our day-to-day circumstances, we get presented with choices. Not all of these are bidden choices, right? They just present themselves, and sometimes you have to then deal with it. There's no way to not deal with it. And so it's part of life, and this is the way we get tested. And living righteously is the safest path. So as long as you're not lying, cheating, stealing, trying to harm, doing any of those types of things, right, you can't be blamed for doing anything evil. So just live righteously, and then when these situations come along, make the best choices that you can, and go from there. You just have to deal with the circumstances and see how it goes.
You got me all worried now.
Yeah. Zeus and Athena are dead.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, both of them? How did that happen?
I don't know, but it's my fault.
What?
Yeah.
It was an accident, I guess, huh?
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, brother. Well, I guess we'll deal with however it happens, whatever we go through.
Yep.
So, I guess let's get into this meme roller of the week. We'll get back with the content.
And now, the wait is over. It's time for Memes of the Week. Sponsored by Aluminum Foil.
Community members and the Tesla, SpaceX, and failed company Solar City. Elon falsely claims to be the founder of Tesla. Tesla was founded in 2003 by Mark Tarpenning and Martin Eberhard, who developed the Tesla Roadster. When Tesla Motors began looking for venture capital, they approached Elon Musk, who had the fake credibility as PayPal's co-founder. Musk joined with the condition that he be named chairman of the board. In emails, Musk was upset that the media was not giving him credit for Tesla Motors, and went after Martin Eberhard, replacing him as CEO. He then forced Eberhard out of the company and rewrote the company's history to have himself listed as an original co-founder. Martin Eberhard, the man behind the Tesla Roadster, was promised the first Roadster off the assembly line. But Musk screwed him over on that as well, and sent that car into space.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
So who is Elon Musk? Elon describes his father as being an evil, abusive man. His father, Errol Musk, has been accused of being a pedophile and fathered a child with his stepdaughter, who is 42 years younger than him. This spoiled, narcissistic failure, son of accused pedophile, wants to put computer chips in everyone's brain so that we can merge with artificial intelligence. His girlfriend is now bragging how this could all lead to a communist utopia. And strangely enough, former Nazi and head of NASA, Wernher von Braun, predicted a man named Elon would conquer Mars in a 1952 novel that he wrote. Which is odd, because NASA has partnered with Elon's SpaceX to work towards colonizing Mars. Elon Musk, like everything else in today's modern society, is a fraud, a fake genius, just like fake philanthropist Bill Gates and his fake. Brought to you by the fake news. Here's a pro tip for dealing with the mainstream media and all of pop culture. Assume it's a lie and research everything.
Lost the light.
Meme roller. Yes.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one for anybody that was watching it. It was a good one. I enjoyed that. I'm glad we got another one up. Everything will always work out in the end. It all takes care of itself. Don't you guys worry. Everything's going to be fine. It's a tough place we're in. That's for sure. It's a tough place we're in. This one says, if I'm tell me when I'm ready. Am I ready?
You are ready, brother.
It says, thank you to all the news who saved us during the pandemic through diligent media coverage. Right? Through the Jabolas and the leadership. Here they are. I'm not going to read all their names. I mean, you can just see it. I'll put it on the screen if you want to pause and check out who all these people are, what companies they work for. We just wanted to start tonight off by thanking them for everything they've done in the past 2 years. It's been great. Thank you very much for all these great leaders, right? So let's keep going. This one says, follow the science. I guess we got Gates looking up Fauci's butt for what? The new monkeypox. I haven't touched this one yet.
Yeah, monkeypox. Ooh.
But now here it is. It's up on the screen. I don't know if you want to address this.
Yeah, it's a thing now. It is a thing now. So they've put it out there and they've shown people what it is, what to look for, and they're saying that this is showing up. So what I believe it is, this is my speculation, everyone. I don't think that they're saying that these things are going to show up without them actually showing up. I think they're going to show up, but what I think it is cover for the first bowl of wrath that gets poured out. The sores that show up on the people that have taken the mark of the wild animal. So they're calling it monkeypox. So I guess it sort of looks similar to the chicken pox, right? I think most of us have probably experienced chicken pox. I had it. I was covered head to toe with it. And there was these blisters that broke out. So they're saying that monkeypox is coming around and that people are going to break out in blisters. Now, one of the interesting things about this whole monkeypox talk is that they're saying that it's transmissible by body fluids. So that means by kissing, by sex, by that kind of contact, that it's transmissible. So I am concerned that the people that took the mark of the wild animal might actually be able to transmit this to other people as well. If you sort of extrapolate, we know that there's a whole big psyop going on as far as what this whole thing is based on, right? We're not going to get into it that far, but once you understand that the whole thing's based on something that there's no evidence for, and then all of a sudden they're talking about things that are notable, discernible, recordable, you can actually say, all right, this person's got these types of blisters, then now all of a sudden you've got something that we could say, all right, this is the fulfillment of the bowl being poured out. And so they use these fake viruses as a cover story, right?
Well, yeah. Well, they've been doing these hoaxes for a while too. So they mix it up. And we know that different things happen when we're subjected to different toxins. Right, so there's so much at play here, but we see it being used at what could be the next big scare tactic. So instead of it being, well, they were at the end of the Greek alphabet with the other nonsense, now they're going to come out with a totally different avenue or angle. So we're watching, but I don't really want to spend too much time on the monkeypox thing.
No, it's gross, and we don't want to manifest it, but
no.
Chances are you're going to see a whole bunch of people that have all got one thing in common. They've all taken something that the government recommended, that if they break out with these blisters and stuff, understand that it's biblical, right? That's what the scriptures said will happen.
Mm-hmm. So this next one is a bit of a repeat. There's a few of those tonight. It says vibration risers. Okay, the sun strengthens and upgrades us. The spirit is always listening. The vibration of love heals the soul. Raising your vibration enhances your supernatural power. Meditation and affirmations work miracles, and you are always manifesting your reality. Karma is also a two-edged sword. That means it's got a positive side that nobody wants to talk about. Everyone always dwells on the negative. And it says there's no such thing as a coincidence. And optimism is the key because it creates champions. So this one, I thought it was needed to be brought up again and get people remembering, because it's not winter anymore. They can go out and get in the sun now. Right? They can get the upgrades. Spirit is always listening. So, be honest with yourself. The vibration of love. So when you love yourself and you love others, it actually heals the soul, yours and others. Right? All these things are so important. Supernatural power is manifesting and things like this. And just being able to be, steady, being able to be somebody that continues to put out good content. You need to have supernatural power. It's something beyond our capability to be always aligning so that we're able to do the things that we do. I could say so much. Jason, did you want to touch on this one?
We can keep going.
Yeah, I pretty much got it all right. Yeah. This one says, my wife said I was immature, so I banned her from my fort. Can't come in. Sorry, honey. You banned from my fort.
I was a fort builder.
Were you?
Oh, yeah. I built some forts. And because, I don't know, I was always inclined to build things. I built tree houses, ones that were actually hung up in the trees, big. So I was into that kind of stuff because I could build stuff too. And all around the house, always building forts like that. Yeah. The cousins would come over and we'd go through the forts. And
we're not about banning people from the forts, though. It's just a joke. This one says, being a badass, smoking candy cigarettes back in the 80s, the old days, right? This kid kind of looks like me or my dad. It's funny. But again, the main thing I want to point out here before I hand it to your thoughts is this is how they mind controlled us to smoke. Right? They gave kids fake cigarettes. Mm-hmm. It made us feel like we were cool. You were cool if you had one of these candy cigarettes. Some of them even puffed out a bit of sugar powder or whatever, so you thought it was smoke. So this was really bad mind control, but it's a bit nostalgic for me. What do you think of this one?
I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so never ever had a cigarette candy my whole life because I was always against it, right? But that's how they do it. They do it with the kids. They put it in the video games now, or the kids' cartoons, and whatever they put there, they're programming those kids into it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. It's also funny. Great opportunity to also bring up how they program us right from a young age. This one says, I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just saying, you have bad luck when it comes to thinking. This one?
Bad luck when it comes to thinking.
That's all. You're not stupid. This one's good. It says, limits only exist in your mind. Right? You get the ant pushing the globe earth water drop, right? Just funny, right? Just funny.
They're hard workers, though. They get a lot done.
Yeah. That's probably a heavy ball of water compared to the little tiny ant. They can lift so much more of their weight. We got to get a meme for that, right?
It's like 150% or something of their body weight.
Get you ant
or more.
Strong.
It's probably like 15,000%.
Back where I come from, way up north, the ants are like 1.5 inches, 2 inches in size. They're huge, bro. They carry the whole house away. Go on here. It says ways to prepare for what's ahead. This is a really good meme. This one's super important. It says move to rural areas, get outside of your cities, smart cities, right? Where you're getting clocked and cameraed everywhere you go. It says start growing a garden. This is super important. Purchase firearms if you like to shoot. You want to protect your family. Right? There's a lot of those here. It says stock up on non-perishable food. It's good. You can protect yourself by preparing. It says learn different skills. This is key. Right. For me, I want to learn everything. There's nothing I don't want to learn. I just want to hope that I do it all with the least amount of pain possible. This one says fix things yourself. Okay. When I tend to let other people do things for me, I don't learn how to do it myself. So I do like to do things myself. This one here is very important. So we're not just here for music. We're not just here to try to make you laugh. We're here to prepare you the best that we can. So what do you think of this one, Jay?
Yeah, it's the most fundamental of skills. It should be the things that we're taught first from infancy. We should live in rural areas where we grow our own food. The purchasing of firearms, we live in an age now where if you have to kill animals for food, I guess it's better to have a gun than have to shoot it with a bow, right? It's easier and it's more effective. So stocking up on food, well, we can see how we know from the scriptures that we're coming into a time period where all of this whole world system is going to come crashing down, and that being stocked up on food just means that you're going to be a target, because all the people that know that you stocked
if you
up
got the
on
gun,
food,
then you can protect it. Yes, that is the way. You're right. The more food you prep, if you have a big mouth and tell everybody, the people are going to try it.
then you're going to have to use the guns, and then you're going to be shooting
So
people.
ultimately, where you're taking it is you have to have faith first and foremost. But yes, prepare, store up on things that you can live off of for a while. That's it,
Yeah, and so the learning the different skills and fixing things, you need to be able to, if a windstorm or something like that brings down a tree and it puts a hole in your roof, you need to have the skills to be able to clear the tree and repair the roof. Otherwise, your house is going to get ruined. So just basic fundamental skills as far as how to fix things, how to take care of things, these are essential, because the unknown thing's going to happen. There's going to be some event that you're going to have to somehow fix or take care of. That's just the way this world is.
It's the way that it goes. You're right, completely. But I love this meme. I want people to be protected. The best that I can tell them all across the board. It says, governments can't profit from self-sufficient people. This is profoundly basic. Profoundly. That's so important. This is why they don't teach us anything in school. They don't teach us about anxiety, depression, some of the most challenging things that we go through in our lives. They don't prepare us for any of it, right? If we were able to be completely self-sufficient, we didn't even need to go to the grocery store. We wouldn't have any food shortages. They wouldn't have any way to fear us. Not fear us. I wish they did. They wouldn't have any way to create fear in us. And they do it through these ways because we become dependent on him. Like that last meme said, I like to do things for myself. Right? The government wants you to let them do everything. So that's basically my take. It's another very important meme.
Yeah, no, there's so many states right now where collecting your own rainwater is illegal. Having a garden on your property is illegal. Having chickens, all this kind of stuff is illegal. And so they don't want you to be sufficient. They want you connected, independent on them. Absolutely, brother.
It's a good one. This next one is super, super sweet. I had a talk with a woman that was pregnant not that long ago. She suffers from really bad sicknesses during her pregnancies. And I said, have you ever thought of maybe asking the baby to send you up some healing? Because it says here, studies state that, did you know, during pregnancy, if the mother suffers organ damage, the baby in the womb sends stem cells to repair the damaged organ of the mom. So not only do people want to terminate babies, it's crazy what we're seeing out there, but they don't even realize that this baby can heal the mom. And I told her, I said, ask the baby to send you some, instead of making you sick, just to work with you. And obviously, that's the creator, first and foremost, for anything that you need. But then this one here just, dawned on me. Maybe if you're not feeling well, you just talk to the baby. The baby will hook you up. Jason, did you know this?
No, but it makes perfect sense as soon as I heard it. And so you think about the baby. What's the most important thing to the baby? That's a healthy mom, right? Because she's the one that's carrying the baby. So without a healthy mom, you're not going to be able to have a healthy baby. So if the mom's body is alien in some way, it behooves the baby to send some of its new stem cells, some of its new, think of this. This is a new person growing within a person. And why not send some of that healing good new stuff to the mother to protect its own outcome, right?
Yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what we try to do. We don't just try to bring you truth. Try to bring you miracles that happen every day. It says, stalking is when two people go for a long romantic walk together, but only one of them know about it. How did that get in here?
Or even saw the other person, right?
All right, only one of them knows about it. Let's keep going. This one says, assholes, because atheists also need a religion too. What do you think of this one, bro?
Oh, that's awesome. There was somebody in Godlike Productions created a thread that I saw just before we went live, talking about how Elon Musk is no longer a god to them. because of his fall from grace right now. He's no longer a god.
He's been demoted. He's demoted. A demigod now, or what?
Yeah. So NASA, the atheists need a religion. It's absolutely true. It is the religion of atheists. NASA is.
Assholes. Keep going. This one says, there is always a way, guys. No matter how dark, no matter how bad the storm is, things are going to work out the way they're meant to be. Okay? Everybody get this into you. Look at this thing growing up through this piece of wood. It found a way. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but do you want to comment?
Yeah, I've seen dandelions come through asphalt parking lots that were laid like the day before. So, if there's a will, there's a way. You can get dandelions right through a new asphalt parking lot.
True. Anytime there's a will, there's a way.
There's a tree growing off the side of a cliff somewhere for sure.
Oh, there's lots of those. I jumped the gun again. It says, no helmet, no elbow pads, no shin guards, just a boy and his bike. And that's how we rolled in them 80s. Absolutely. I didn't launch my bike quite as high as this kid. This kid, the daredevil. What do you think of this one, bro? Taking me back.
There were no helmets. There weren't even seatbelts. I remember taking long trips, laying on the floor of the car in the back seat because it was,
the baby car seats just sat in the back seat, right?
Yeah, the seatbelts, none of that was there. And I grew up with my dad being a contractor, cement contractor, so we always had gravel piles and stuff like that. So with my dirt bike, I was able to make BMX courses right away. And I know that there were jumps. I never was able to jump like that. One time going off of a jump like that, I sort of did a backflip in the air and landed flat on my back. My dad came running over, pissed at the bicycle, and threw it and broke it. But there were no helmets at the time. We just had to deal with the consequences of our choices.
Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you, when I started rollerblading, which I love to do, I wore a helmet, right? And elbow pads when I rollerbladed, because those wipeouts suck, right? Let's keep on going. It's okay to be careful too, right? I want to promote that. I'm just saying, in the 80s, we were crazy. It's not like that anymore. This one says, don't be impressed by money, followers, degrees, and titles. Be impressed by kindness, integrity, humility, and generosity. These are great things to live by.
Yeah.
Right?
Money, followers, degrees, and titles. We're not into any of those things. I don't think anybody can lay that accusation on us. Kindness, integrity, humility, and generosity. Those are the things to be impressed by. So we're always, it's righteousness versus wickedness, everybody. The Bible spells it out real clearly what is what. And yeah, if you're into the money, the scriptures are really clear. It's really hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom. When it says it's harder for a camel to get through the eye of a needle, it's letting you know it's not easy for the rich and famous to get into the kingdom.
True. By being humble, integrity, humility. Humility is a good one. I'm going to practice this. I think we all should. Let's keep going. This one says marriage tip. Okay, we're going to save you men out there. Get your notepads out. Are you ready? Screenshot this meme, man. It says, your wife's not going to start an argument with you if you're cleaning the floor. She won't. She'll say, thank you, honey. So do it, man. Come on now. what are we doing here? We're trying to lift people up.
Yeah, if you're mowing the yard, cleaning the gutters, changing the oil, redoing the bathroom, or anything like that, you're probably not going to hear too many complaints.
Yeah, no, if she's mowing the yard, it's not a good idea, though, to ask her when dinner's going to be ready. I just want to warn against that one, too. We don't have that meme. I'm just telling you guys, okay? If she's mowing the yard, just bring her a cold drink. Right? Lemon water apparently is the best. It helps us metabolize things better. But anyways, I'm going to continue moving along. It says, he performs wonders that cannot be fathomed, miracles that cannot be counted. It's a good one. It's a good one. Go ahead. I challenge anyone, if you can count the miracles that the Father hath done. Go ahead. You can't even fathom it.
Yeah, if it's beyond comprehension, you're not going to be able to count it, right? You got to be able to at least identify something before you start counting. So
it's larger than the cosmonautical constant, which is we don't want to get too sciencey here. We're going to get into a song soon. We're going into our first song break. One more will do. This one says stock pressed. Anybody out there, if you know anyone that's stock pressed, you should help them. It says suffering from the lack of ability to stock their crush all day long. You got to go to work. You can't check on your honey, right? It's very depressing. It's very depressing. So this is a real thing, guys. Okay. If you know anybody suffering from this, you got to help them, because stock pression is serious. You don't want to get from stock pressed to stock pression. That's where you can't leave your room anymore. You just scrolling on your phone, right? Constantly. You got to help people out like this. What do you think of this one, Jay?
Oh man, we're to the point. We had this conversation, I think, yesterday, that I mean, nowadays I guess it's commonplace in relationships for people to be on apps where they can track their every moment, their geofence.
Well,
like you get
create for each other. What do you mean? It's nice, but we're just putting late.
Yeah, but if you're at work and you're busy and you can't actually track and see where they're going, it's tough, right?
You suffer from the stock pressure. Yes. It's real. It needs to be addressed. So I guess you could take the screen share. As soon as you do that, I'll introduce the next song. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get through this night. We got still lots prepared. It's fun. Try to get through all this content we got prepared.
All right.
So the next song, I believe, is it Friends at the Falls? I played it in the morning show. Sun-Kissed Dreamland. It's a great new song.
It's all there in front of me. Some poser from a magazine, dressed like a rock and roll wannabe. Watch the neon lights. She's a sun-kissed dreamland, but she hit you with the right hand. You only know when you know, man. Go on and step up tonight. So let me know all my life keeps you going all this time. We're dancing like we always do. It keeps me running back to you. It's like it's all there in front of me. Take a chance on a guarantee and love me like you always do. It keeps me running back to you. Lost control, doing 80 in a 35. Red light, my 5-speed overdrive. Almost had them dressed down wearing black ties. And now I'm broken, been there from the start. And something's got to give for me to be where you are. So let me know all my life keeps you going all this time. We're dancing like we always do.
That was fun.
It's upbeat, right?
Yeah.
I had planned an upbeat podcast, and we're going to keep going with it. There's nothing that's going to stop it. Everything is going to be fine here. So if anybody's worrying, just relax, have faith. All things happen for reasons. But let's get back into this. Tell me when I'm presented. I am ready.
You are ready.
This one here is a Texas road sign. It says, watch out, mosquitoes will carry your ass away if you're not ready. I think in Texas is bigger, they say, right?
Yeah, so this is the one nice thing about Texas. So the fire ants will eat you. They will literally kill you and devour you. Mosquitoes are not as big of a problem, at least in central Texas. The ones I had in Wisconsin, those ones, those ones would pick you up, carry you away, and they would hurt you.
In Bancroft, where I was up at the lake all the time before I moved here, the mosquitoes were so bad. Like if you walked from part of the cottage to the dock or whatever, you ate hundreds of mosquitoes like you're spitting them out. Down here, there's nowhere near as many. But yeah, I just thought that was a funny road sign.
Yeah, everything is bigger in Texas though, because we do have these huge mosquitoes, but they're slow and not aggressive.
Nah, they don't bother us at all. Let's get into this next one. This is a reminder for anybody. We're now getting into nicer weather. Soon it's going to be June, then July. This says forest bathing. In Japan, they practice something called forest bathing, or Shinrin Yoku. Shinrin in Japanese means forest. Yoko means bath. So Shinrin Roku actually means bathing in the forest atmosphere. We're taking in the forest through our senses. So not only can you sunbathe, right? We've been talking about that. You can eat the sun, but you can also forest bathe. I generally do this a lot. You know, I didn't know that this was a practice that the Japanese coined the term Shinrin Yoku, but I do it and I want to promote it. Everybody get you out to the parks, get you out walking on paths, get you into the nature, right? And enjoy it. Breathe, sit down, look at the beauty around you. I can tell you guys how I meditate. When I meditate, it's pretty simple. I just go around where there's beautiful life, you know, trees, plants, flowers, whatever it is. And then I slowly breathe and everything just starts to glow. Everything gets brighter. The flowers stand up. Everything just starts to beam. And I just breathe and I take it all in and I breathe it out and I feed the stuff around me and I take in what they're feeding me. And I do it all through light. That's exactly how I meditate. And I love to do it in the forest where I'm at peace. It's one of my most favorite things to practice doing. It's meditating with the life. So some people actually go around and they feed off of other people, right? They browbeat them. They insult them. They try to break them down and they feed off that energy. What I'm telling you is the most powerful energy that you can get is from Mother Earth, from these plants. They don't just feed us when you eat them in your salad and the fruit that comes off of the trees and all the nice things that grow. You can literally get their energy into you through the exact way that I just explained it. Maybe you guys are pros at this and you've heard of slowly meditating while breathing, while, you know, magnifying the beauty around you through light. That's what I do. Jason, what do you do?
Well, I just wanted to add that the forest bathing is really, when I was talking about earlier doing some more vlogs and maybe you and I doing the vlogs, the forest bathing is the most natural of backgrounds you can possibly have. Now if you got a big lake or a cool river, it adds to it, but this out in nature, I like going to places where you can't see a human structure, where you can't see a building or a road or, you know, a car or a street light or any of that kind of crap. In fact, if you can't hear it, it's even better. But you get out into the nature and let this be the backdrop. It's got its own healing natural property to it, where not only are we hopefully sharing something verbally with our message, but also the whole background itself is healing and therapeutic.
Very, 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 very. And I explained to you guys exactly what I do when I want a super boost. I go and get it from nature. Okay? Again, magnifying the beauty of the flowers. Look at the leaf petals. Look at the way that the branches grow. Look at the way the light passes through the forest, and then see the green, make the green get brighter and brighter and brighter, and then you eat it. It just goes into you, right? This is how you do it, and you can actually see it. Some people can see it if you have eyes to see. Let's keep going here. It says the truth is not like silly putty. You cannot bend it, twist it, or shape it to suit whatever you think your needs are. The truth is the truth. That's it. You can't mess with it. It is the roaring lion. It seeks anyone that it will devour. There's no one or nothing could ever stand in the truth. That's why Christ said everything else can burn. Everything. It's going to go. The sky, the ground, everything. The only thing that's going to last is what was true. The words that he spoke, the truth, right? So that's what I think of this one. What do you, Jay?
Yeah, it's absolute. And that's one of the things that relativists absolutely hate to hear. But it is what it is. It's not malleable. You can't twist it and make it conform to your will and wishes. It just is what it is. And it hurts for a lot of people because the truth actually undermines so many of their fundamental belief systems. But they're stuck in that where they don't want to change. They want to be with the rest of the herd. They don't want to be seen as different. They don't want to stand out, right?
Well, there's always so many different countering arguments. So whoever wants, you just pick which one you feel good with that day or that month or that year. Whatever you're going through, you pick which truths that feel most comfortable to you at the time. Right? Sometimes it's, radical awakening to things where you just keep awakening and awakening and awakening. You fall down what we call rabbit holes. CIA created false truths. So, it is very important. I'm not going to keep ranting. We got a lot of stuff to get through. It's very important to finding the absolute truth of anything. And usually you can do it through deductive reasoning. Like the meme roller said, you guys heard it. Anything you see on the news, right? Or anything you see any celebrities or anyone else say, you instantly treat it as a lie until you can prove it to be true. Anything that the New World Order media puts out, any of these actors or musicians, anything they say, including Elon Musk, all of them, Trump, all of them, it's all a lie until it's proven true. That's all I have to say. Right? Let's keep going then. This one says the most free person in the world is the one who has nothing to hide. Right? It's true.
Yeah, I like that meme a lot. It's if you have nothing to hide, you have nobody that you have to kowtow to, nobody that you have to pretend to be anything else other than what you are if you have nothing to hide. And it's a tough place to get to. You have to actually get to the point where you understand yourself to the point where you know what you are and you can actually say, I am what I am, and be good with that. Right? That you don't have to go, well, so there's always the self-critique. The self-critique will let you know if you're a true seeker, whether or not you're measuring up to the goals that you expect. And if you are, then you can accept that you are what you are. You have nothing to hide, and then you are truly free. That's the only time you really are, is if you have nothing to hide. Yeah.
No shame. I know you're a huge proponent of that.
Yeah,
I am too. Take away shame. Let's keep going. Let's get into this one here. It says, boom, so much class crammed into one picture. I got to ask you, Jay. Put you on the spot here. Do you think this mama here would let someone jab something in her baby?
I'm guessing that she would be against it. I am guessing
that's what I'm talking about. It's okay to me. Women out there, I want you to protect yourself. If you're my woman, I would teach you how to shoot every kind of gun. I would get you the perfect one weighted just for you, right? Women need to protect themselves and their babies. If we had more people like this, we wouldn't be in the situation we are. Did you want to comment?
No, I can relate to it. I mean, I grew up in Wisconsin in the 70s, so that's not a scene that's unfamiliar to me at all.
Right? I like that. I thought it was cool. This one says, to understand another person, so we got to go deep here, you must swim in the same waters that drowned them. Right? This is key. In communication, when you want to understand somebody, You need to communicate, right? And the more descriptive you can be in your communication, the better the other person can understand you. Now, there are gifts that we have, right? Through the spirit of life gives us gifts so we can actually talk to people through our souls, right? If you have a connection like that, it's very rare. But again, in life, I'm going to send it to you, Jason, after this one last statement. The better you communicate together over anything, whether any relationship at all, the more communication, the more descriptive you are with your words, the better your relationship will be. What do you think, Jay?
No, it's absolutely true. It's so that it's amazing how many times even the people that are important to us, how we go to communicate with them and somehow we do a full disconnect where everything is received and understood 180 degrees from the way it was intended. So the treading in the waters that drowned them, that's what you were talking about, the communication. And so we want to communicate things in a positive way with certain people and remember that this communication medium is the same thing that's led to the drowning of a lot of relationships. So we have to figure out how to swim in those waters and safely save a person. Know how to throw the life preserver and not let yourself be drowned as well either, right?
It's tough, especially if you don't have a full understanding of what they've been drowning in, right? But you can do it. You can do it. You can still dive in and be there for somebody. All you just sometimes have to do is to be there. But again, the key to this to me is communication. You good with this one?
Yeah.
It's nice. The hand up here. This one says, did you know a 20-second hug can release oxytocin hormone, which helps you feel good? It's in green. And can increase your trust in that person. It's interesting. Or should I read it verbatim? I know sometimes people don't like it when I don't read it verbatim. It's a beautiful meme. I like this one. I think I remade this one, but this one's nicer, I think. Whoever created this did a better job. I like it.
Yeah, the power of a hug, huh? The power of
it's
it.
Powerful.
And I grew up in a family of huggers. My dad was a hugger, and so I wasn't afraid of the hug, and it is powerful. If you go and give somebody a real hug, let them know that you care. It's something that you can feel, that connection. So it says it releases the oxytocin. That's like the same stuff that you find in pharmaceuticals. That right? It's a pain reliever.
Gets you high.
Gets you high.
Yeah, takes your pain away. Exactly, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And there's different kinds of hugs too. Don't worry, there's not just one kind of hug. It's limitless.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. I really like that one. This one's really beautiful too. I need to grow me some of these. This says black rose, an extremely rare flower, but it's grown naturally only in the village of Hafeti. I'm probably saying it wrong. In Turkey. This is beautiful. I would love to grow black roses. I like mix them with the white ones.
I've never seen one. That's crazy.
Beautiful. I'm glad you never saw it.
No.
Yeah. So now you know, right? They actually do grow. They're beautiful. This one says no solicitation. This is very true here in Texas, except for tamales. I'm sure everyone in Texas knows exactly what I'm talking about here. How about you, Jay? Remember, it took me a while to figure this one out.
Well, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so I've come to so many no solicitor signs in my life, and I would absolutely laugh my ass off if I came to one that said except for tamales. I would go get the tamales. I would get them.
Yeah, here in Texas. Right? Well, you guys don't understand. So where I come from, you have like con artists, like want to buy some speakers. They'll pull up to you at a parking lot and be like, hey, want to buy, what else do they sell?
Air tools and stuff.
Watches or just whatever the stuff used to be. Here in Texas, all you have is people come up to your car like, hey, they open up their coat. They're like, you want to buy some tamales? Some Mexican guy, or mostly women, just trying to make some money, and they're pretty good. Jason, what do you think? Why don't you explain to people what a tamale is?
No, I'm not a huge fan of tamales, but
they're bland. Right?
They are bland. What is it? Like some sort of cornmeal and cooked in a corn husk. And it's healthy, though. And some people enjoy the taste. It's just a little bland for me is all.
It reminds me of Mama Liga. a Romanian dish that's made kind of like that, but that's a Mexican mamaliga. Right? Let's keep going. This one says, thoughts are energy. They are real and they have power. Your thoughts. We're not talking about your words anymore. We're talking about what you think about. So for me, this is absolutely imperative, right? So things changed 2,000 years ago, right? It was called the second Adam by Paul. Christ, King of Kings, came here and told us, guard your thoughts. He said to the people that were getting ready to kill the woman because she had done something sexually, but we all haven't, right? Maybe some of you haven't. Amazing for you. He said, okay, whoever hasn't even sinned in their mind, a lustful thought against a woman, throw the first stone. And they were all convicted. Every single one of those rabbis that were ready to murder that innocent woman, or she was guilty of being lustful, who hasn't been? They all dropped the stones to the ground because your thoughts have power, right? You think good things, manifest good things in every situation. The best possible outcomes are possible only through that way, right? These are not just what they did was, right? The Vatican, they really messed up. They took a bunch of Christ's teachings and they turned it into a new age religion, thinking that they were going to hide it there because the Christians would never go in, oh, that's new age, right? Well, all you did was raise up a bunch of other people following the path of Christ, right? That's a pretty easy thing to convert. Boom, here you go. Here's where the truth that you're reading here that you live by, as you resonated with it, here's where it came from, right? And that's what they've done in this new age movement. They've cut so much of Christ's word for word teachings. But hey, I just come out here to share the truth. It doesn't matter if you put it on a green face, a blue face, on a black background, on a white background, it's purple, yellow, green, whatever. If it says true words that were taught, the spirit of the creation, it will always be true. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, thoughts are energy. It might be the most real thing that that takes place. So we know that we're in a virtual reality, and the things that you think about are what you manifest, and the things that you say and do are the choices that. So it's like a big role-playing game in a way. If you move back to the watcher, to the witnesser, to the observer, and you see the choices that are presented and then the thoughts that arise and what you hold in mind, that right there is the real power in the world. That's how you change outcomes and make things turn out different ways and in ways that you would hope for, right?
Yes. It's very important to guard your thoughts. Use them supernaturally, right? Righteous things will manifest. Let's keep going. This one says sound healing. The music you listen to affects your consciousness. Binaural beats are a type of music that facilitate a flow state where you can receive insight, open up your energetic chakras. People want to call me satanic. It's just the way that your body, the way that your avatar works. You can also release emotions through music. We are very music centric here. We go through thousands of units a week searching the realm for brand new music that moves us, that we can vibrate with. That's part of our thing, because it's about healing. It's about connecting in another way other than the physical way. This is a spiritual thing, right? I'm not going to say that it's satanic. If you want to call me that, go ahead, but be careful who you call satanic, for you do not always know who you are before. And I'm just a man made from the dust of the earth. It's the truth that you come against. If you want to come out here and say anything about any of these memes, you go right ahead, but be careful. Be careful. So Jason, what do you think of this one? I'll stop threatening people. I have to tell people that you should always be wary of everything. They put truth in places that you are going to instantly be triggered by. They didn't want you to know those truths, right? Well, they've never seen us coming.
So it's a tool. Binaural beats is a tool, and it works, and it's effective.
It does.
So Robert Monroe with the Monroe Institute, he's the guy behind binaural beats. He teaches going out of the body. He's an astral projector, and there's the whole remote viewing crowd and all this esoteric type stuff. So
Yeah, we don't agree with everything that he did. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's proven facts that binaural beats are effective. So what is it doing? It does put a person in a state that beta state that then it depends on how you're going to use it. In that state, you can have a much deeper connection to the truth and to wickedness. So it's just a tool. It's like the knife, it's like the bow, it's like the gun. It can be used for good and for bad, but it is effective. We can agree on that.
Really well said. And you know what? Forgive me, everybody. That was my ego. Getting all, you can't defeat the truth. I guess I'm a little egoed here. It was a crazy week. I want to stop all that nonsense, though. This one says, this can be why discipline seems hard. Accountability often comes when the connotation that, quote, everything is your fault, end quote, right? When you're constantly saying everything is your fault with the connotation, the perspective can make it increasingly difficult to stay accountable because that mentally can feel very overwhelming and invalidating. Instead, try viewing accountability like this. Ask yourself the question, to what degree was this unfavorable situation in my control? And what could I have done differently to avoid or minimize the impact of it? And this way, you are still being accountable, but you are doing it from a place of empowerment rather than shame. This makes it a lot easier and a lot more sustainable with the green heart. What do you think of this one? Or do you want me to talk?
Oh, it's great advice. And so accountability is a topic that came up. We followed that Bust and Jess guy, and one of the things that it was like top on his radar was shirking responsibility. And so this right here is super empowering because a lot of times with accountability, people see it in the negative, where all you're doing is looking at your failure, and then you're measuring yourself off of your failure. But if you look at it from the situation of what you could have done differently to minimize the impact of it, now all of a sudden you've empowered yourself to, if you face this situation again, make a better choice. And that's really all we can do is learn from the trials, tribulations, bad decisions that we've made before, and improve in the future. So it's a way of flipping the tables here. It's accountability, but it's going to help you have a better result in the future.
Yeah. Instead of focusing on everything being your fault, it's more looking at the things you've done wrong to make them less, to do them less. And it's how was I going to say it? You kept talking. I had a point. If there's some times in life, it came back to me, where you can't make amends. You can't make amends with someone. Right? The only thing you can do is to just not go into debt that way ever again. At least try not to. And that's sometimes the most healing thing we can do. Sometimes we don't have the opportunity to make amends. So what we do is we don't make that mistake again. We try really hard. And it is tough. We all go through so much. Let's get on to this next one. Here you go, Jay. This is an important one. It says, did you know your hair has many functions that you may not be, that you may be aware of? Has many more. Oh, I gotta calm down here. I'm sorry, forgive me. I make mistakes. It says your hair has many more functions than you may be aware of. Long hair is known as your antenna in many cultures due to the fact your hair is an extension of your central nervous system, and it transmits vast amounts of important information to the brainstem, the limbic system, and the neocortex, giving extra sensory talking like I was 5 again. It gives extra sensory capabilities and heightening awarenessness. Right? So your long hair, right, it does have a reason. And I love it when, I'm just going to say this quick and then I'm going to get your points, Jay. When people come in and say, you guys are anti-Christian or anti-biblical because you have long hair. And when you show them the scriptures from the New Testament where someone came in and was telling that to Paul, and he was like, you know what, we don't even have time for people like you here. What would the creator have made a man roll hair for and then tell him it was a sin to grow it? That is absolutely backwards. Samson, his hair. Many of the Nazarites, Christ was born in Nazareth. Many of the Nazarites, once you become a Nazarite, you don't cut your hair, right? You grow it. So yes, I have noticed a huge difference. So when I started losing weight, I was 500 pounds, between 400 and 500 pounds. Okay, depending on what I ate that day. I don't know how to say it, but I had short hair. I used to do designs in the sides of my head. Thought I was cool. I did it a long time ago. But anyways, back on topic. I said, I'm going to grow my hair out so that when I'm lost all the weight, I can say, this is how long it took me. But the crazy thing is, the longer I grow my hair, the curlier it gets, so it doesn't look like it's any longer. So I've noticed a huge difference in my life since I started growing my hair. Monumental. And I know there's other people around that have helped me dramatically. But yes, that's what I want to say. What do you have to say about long hair?
Yeah, I've been letting mine grow. And for me, it's practical because, one, it cuts hair appointments. Like, you don't have to pay $20 a month or whatever it is to get your hair cut. So it's cheaper. So it's cheaper. It's a natural sunshade for your shoulders, so it protects your neck from the sun. And here in Texas, that's something that you need. So without the longer
that
hair,
was flipped. Oh, I gotta pause you.
What?
Because you were throwing anvil anti-rendering things when I was trying to get you to grow your hair. You were like, it's probably gonna be too hot. I cut my hair every summer, you said, in Texas, and I was like, maybe it'll keep us cooler. I don't know if you remember me specifically saying that.
Yeah, no, there's a breakthrough point. So I had never used a hair tie before, and once your hair gets to a certain point and it's falling down in your face and you're trying to work, then all of a sudden that hot, sweaty hair in your face is a troll. But if you get through that breakthrough point, using a hair tie, then all of a sudden it starts to work for you again, and it actually is cooler. So it protects you from the heat of the sun. Here in Texas, we've got some strong, hot sun, and actually the hair itself it protects you from it. So I see it as a benefit, and yeah, I like the fact that I don't have to pay for haircuts too.
Yeah, well, I like the fact that it connects to our limbic system, and it's part of our neocortex, giving us these super sensory capabilities. So let's keep going. Never let your fear decide your future. Jason?
Don't have any fear. Just let them all go. So the easiest way to get to that point is to get over the fear of death, because if you take a look at it, every single fear that you have is rooted in the fear of death. So if you get over the fear of death, there's nothing left to be afraid of. So so many scriptures talk about not having any fear.
No fear. Over 100, right? No fear.
Yeah, so don't let any fear decide your future.
Yes, true. Okay, one more, and then we're going to do our second interlude song. This one says, "Go fund me back in the 1980s, 1989. This was just probably, this was me. I was cutting grass when I was 9. This one really gives me nostalgia. So the first job, I guess, was it shoveling the snow? Was it cutting the grass? Might have been the first job. Besides, moving dirt around for my nan, but that was one of the first jobs, and I wanted to do a nice job with the lines. What does this remind you of, Jay?
I had an uncle that offered to buy me a boombox if I mowed my grandfather's yard, which was like at the lake, a couple acres, and he had a push mower, and so I had to ride my bike 7 to 8 miles and then go push mow the yard, and it would take a couple days push mowing the whole thing, and there was the pine needles to rake up. But at the end of the summer, I had a boombox, and I thought I was the coolest thing in the world. It was a dual cassette. It was like one of the
Did you cut the grass nice? What kind of patterns did you do?
I was just doing straight lines at the time.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I still do it like that. I guess you could take the screen share. As soon as you do that, I'll introduce this song too. Put it in the chat. Should have put the last one in. But yeah, we're almost... Oh, am I muted? Yeah, we're getting closer to the end of the podcast. We don't have too much after this break. And then we have a really cool outro track. So this next track is She's So Come a Show. Right? The song is actually called She's So Come a Show. So he says commercial. But yeah, this is a great new track. Again, get everybody dancing and get your souls moving. I'll see you guys.
Now she's lost in a strange new town so far away from home. She's cold and tired, misunderstood.
That sure sounded like that was She's So Commercial.
Yeah, she's so commercial. She's so commercial. That's what he's saying. It's not commercial. Sorry. So commercial. Come on, give me a show, right? Tell me when I'm presented.
You are up.
This one's a banger. You guys ready? It says they aren't arresting Ghislaine Maxwell's clients because they are Ghislaine Maxwell's clients. What do you have to say about this one?
Oh man, that guy, I got exposed to a whole bunch of Office, and his memes are great. Yeah, I do like the Office memes, and so true. They are the clients. So yeah, they're not going to be talking about it. They're not going to be arrested.
No, not at all. Let's keep going. This one says, you are the artist of your life. Don't give the paintbrush to anyone else. Paint the picture you want to paint and then show them. How about that?
Yeah, don't give your authority away. Don't you get to make the choices, the decisions, and drive the outcome of your life. Don't give that authority over to anybody else.
Paint yourself. Right? Some people can paint you though, if you look hard enough. Let's get on to the next one. It says, regard heaven as your father, earth as your mother, and all that lives as your brother and sister. It's a good one, right, Jay? What do you think?
Yeah,
I could get in.
If you live by that, you're gonna stay out of trouble, right?
Great native wisdom. Native wisdom here. Native wisdom. So not just New Age. We bring in some native wisdom. Just truth right here. Truth. Get you some. Let's keep going. This one says, I don't struggle with depression. Stock depression, right? I struggle with reality. It's true. I know a lot of people out here are feeling the pain. It's not easy. This realm is a grinder. That's why we rise and grind. It's a tough place to be in, but at least you know that there's characters out here that love. They have kindness. They like to make people laugh. We're so lucky that we're alive right now. Alive, the kingdom of the living. So what do you want to say about this one?
Yeah, well, you know that I don't enjoy waking up each day here right now because I want to live in a righteous, just world. And so yeah, struggling with reality. The fact is, you keep waking up, so you got to deal with it. You got to go through the motions and do the things that living people do. So I'm a person that I don't get depressed, but I don't enjoy this world right now, but I look forward to the one to come. So I just keep my hope and attention fixed on that. And I know that all the things that are taking place right now will be dealt with and will be no more. So my depression is suppressed, where I just look forward to that time.
At least you don't have stock depression, bro.
I know.
Count yourself lucky.
It's a tough one.
Count yourself lucky. This one you might not know, bro. Have you heard of the hoverfly?
Haven't heard of it, no.
You definitely know it. It says here, did you know hoverflies are the second most important pollinator after wild bees? Harmless, their larvae feed on aphids and thrips, providing natural insect control. Adult hoverflies play a significant role in wild plant and agriculture crop pollination. Thank you to the hoverfly, basically is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess I hadn't heard it called the hoverfly before, but I'm familiar with it. That this is the one that looks like a bee that you know isn't the one that stings like a bee.
That's right.
So yeah, I've learned to not be afraid of getting stung by these guys and just let them go about their business.
And some of them look like this too, and they're called sweat bees. They're tiny bees, and they'll come. I videotaped it last year. They took my Facebook down. That video's gone. But it comes in like tickles you.
That's what
the sweat.
That's what I used to call these, is sweat bees.
Sweat bees. That's the other name for them. Thanks, Facebook. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg. This one says, before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet to see who they really are. Just sit there and watch. I mean, go ahead. Yeah, I was going to watch. Oh, what did I do? I hit play. I was laughing and I hit the trackpad. We don't use mouse pads here, you guys. Jason and I use trackpads. That's how we're able to edit and stuff. It's cool. Better touchpad. But yes, could you imagine, like, this is a great test.
Yeah, you need to know how they're going to react in a difficult time like that, right?
Yeah. You know, it's funny because the ladies are good at these things too. They're better than me at tests. I'm just playing around, making some jokes, like stuff gets real. It's like, I don't want to be tested anymore. But this is funny. Right? You want to see what someone's made of, sit them down in front of some dial-up internet speed and just watch as the thing buffers, right? Watch. Let's keep going. It says, be you humble. Never think you are better than anyone else. ... Quote, for dust you are, and to the dust you shall return. End quote. Good morning for anyone that's just waking up. This is a true meme. It was a character in the scriptures that talked a lot about being from the dust of the earth. And they also called him a king too. His name was David. Right? This is beautiful. Jason, what do you think of that meme?
Yeah, there's no point in getting too proud once you realize that you were dust and you're going back to dust. So none of these human bodies are eternal right now. We know that they will be, but yeah, understanding that you're just here for a short time and
love, right? Create, don't just consume.
Yeah, no reason to get too proud of yourself.
You're right. You're a humble guy. You are. Yeah, I watch how you carry yourself. You're a humble guy. You don't act proud. You know, again, you can be proud of yourself, but don't have pride, right? Don't be haughty. Let's keep going. I like to call myself a humble man too. It says it all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it. I am very selective. I'll say that right now. Very selective of who gets in my mind and who has power over me. Very selective. Like, it's very rare. And I want everybody under the side of the screen too. Be careful. Take care of your minds, your thoughts, the people that you allow into your life, the people you touch. Be careful. Be guarding yourself against everything. Find you people that vibrate like you. Right? Jason, what do you have to say this one?
I've programmed my mind to let me know anytime I'm saying the words I am. So if I'm saying I am, I want to be real sure that what I'm saying I am is something I want to be. So if, you know, I'm hungry, I'm sore, I'm in pain, all these things, I'll say them if they're true, if I know that they're true, but I'm careful with it because it's a manifesting phrase. If you say that you're weak, if you say that you know, I'm not qualified, any of these types of things, what you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. So,
but that doesn't mean not to live, love, treat every day like it's your last. Treat everything that you leave a person with as if you would be okay with it if it was the last thing you ever said to them. Don't ever change. Not easy. That's a tough one right there. Let's keep going. It says you can't fix yourself by breaking someone else. I talked earlier about how you can meditate in the forest bathing. You don't need to break someone else. Many people are stuck. They get in situations where they constantly break each other down. They feed off each other. You don't have to do that. You could become positive manifesting friends. Anyone in your life that you had toxic cycles with, right? You could then become, you know, root them on. You don't break them, build them. Flip the tables on this one. That's what I have to say. What do you have to say, Jason?
Yeah, so pulling somebody down to a lower level doesn't make you better than them. Trying to break somebody doesn't make you better. Anything that you're working at trying to drag somebody else down, this is a negative behavior. This is unrighteous. It's wicked. And so there's consequences to it. The only way to do things for your actual real benefit is to just raise yourself up and really not be too concerned about the others. Now, there are some cases where if you're being a watchman and somebody is a wolf in sheep's clothing, then it is important to actually call them out and break them down. But never think that that action is going to somehow fix you. So you got to have the beam out of your eye in order to do that type of stuff, right?
True. You have to heal yourself first, right? First, I've been working on myself for 11 years. 11 years now. Alone, working on myself, trying to heal everything. It could have been lifetimes of scars. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing amazing. I've never been happier right now. And most people have never been more going through issues. And every time a thought comes up like, oh, maybe I worry about this person. I wonder if they've got enough food, if they, these thoughts come in, and I always do the flip. I go, yeah, I bet you they have an abundance amount. They're super happy. And whenever we're confronted with a situation, think of the best possible outcome, not the worst. But breaking people, bad. Don't break anybody. Become anchors together. Hold together. That's just a quick one. This one here is funny, Jay. It says marriage tip. Again, we want to help all you married people out there, right? One day, maybe. I don't know. It says here, if your wife says, do what you want, it says here, under no circumstances, do what you want. Stand still. Don't say anything. And if you're going to breathe, make sure you do it really quietly. This is absolute amazing advice.
Yeah.
I've never been married, but I've
Yeah, you should be able to pick up the warning and do what you want. It's probably already loaded. And if you go about doing the thing that she knows that you want you to do, you're probably in trouble. So
yes, just stand still. Don't say anything for a while. Just don't move.
Figure it out.
It'll work out to your benefit, right? It's a funny one. This one says the Who, Pincushion Wizards.
Oh man, and that's coming up soon too, right?
The 22nd. We've been covering it on the Rise and Grind.
Yeah.
People ready the Who, and NATO, right? Joining up, getting that beast system. But I don't want to get heavy about that right now. That was supposed to be funny. It says your heart always knows the truth, always, even when your mind is trying to deny it. So I always follow my heart, and it doesn't always. It's not an easy path, you guys. It's not an easy path, but I don't know. I just feel that the Creator made me this super big heart that just goes around beating. So I want everyone out there, make your super big heart beat too. Jason, what do you think of this one?
Well, I think there's a path through heart and mind. So I don't think it's one or the other. I think each person is wired a little bit differently, and so some people come to the truth through the heart because they follow the heart and it just leads them there. Other people can get there through the mind, through logic and reason, and then they need to work on the heart, where the person that got there just through the heart needs to work on the knowledge and reason aspect of it. So neither of them are wrong. They're two different paths, but each one can fool the other, right? So the heart can fool the mind, and the mind can fool the heart.
True. Absolutely true. But at the end of the day, your true inner heart, right? Christ taught, everything flows from your heart. Guard it. Watch what you think. Watch what you feel. Because that is absolutely where the truth of you is. That's where the kingdom of heaven is. It's in your heart. So, a little bit different take on it than you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe in the heart as much as me, and that's fine. See, this is the other thing about this realm. Jason and I, we don't have to agree 100% on everything. That would be crazy. And we don't believe that everybody is built the same. We all have different attributes. That's why when you're out learning about people, having these experiences in forever, we're talking about forever now, not just this pass, right? You're going to find people that you just click with. And generally not identical, right? There are cases, though. There is some mysteries to be understood at some point. But yes, I believe that everything that flows from your heart that's pure will be true. Always. Your mind will play tricks on you and try to twist it. You'll get thoughts that you think come from your heart, but you got to test them. You got to think about it, take your time, which is hard for me. That's what I feel, bro. Are you mad at me?
No, but I do think that the heart can fool a person too. So,
So a true heartful feeling, you're telling me it can be wrong.
Um,
That's what you said. The
So-
heart can fool you. I'm talking about the heart, right? Your heart.
yeah, the heart. So that's rooted in emotions and belief systems, and
Well, we could argue that emotions are created in the thought process. The heart is where the love flows from.
oh,
different.
come on, really? So
Yes. Does the heart have a brain?
emotion is rooted in the heart, not the mind.
You think love could trick you? Love can't fool you.
What?
No.
You
Love
telling me
isn't
that
about
everybody
fooling.
that's been in love has never been fooled?
Not when they were in love. No.
I
But when
think
they
it's-
fell out of love, they might have been fooled. Right? But not when it's genuine from your heart. It's true. Okay. Maybe people feign it. They pretend, but when true heart, love, and passion flows through you, you can never go wrong. Never. That's my feelings. I understand the metaphor that you're bringing. You can be fooled by false emotions. Those are created in your mind. not in your heart.
No, emotions
What?
come from the heart. Emotions are not a mind thing; they're a heart thing. All right, all the emotions are rooted in the heart. Love, jealousy, envy, strife, all
What?
these things.
No,
scripture-
that's
that's
ego,
your heart.
ego. You just named all ego things. Jealousy comes from the ego telling you you could do better than that, or you're better than that person. That's ego. That's not your heart. Your heart tells you you're good. You're good enough. Right? Come on. We could go on forever.
Well, I know, but still,
We could have a formal debate because no one else, Jason, imagine we'll do the flat earth, ball earth debate. I'll take ball earth, right? Wouldn't that be hilarious? But if you want to continue making your point, I'll be quiet.
no. It's. I think if we do the search sometime, we'll probably see that emotions are attributed to the heart, right? So logic and reason is attributed to the mind. I'm just saying that emotions can be detrimental. So a pure heart, if it's not grounded in logic and reason, can still be led astray. But a mind that's just in logic and reason can miss the faith that comes from a pure heart. So I'm just suggesting that the two strengthen each other and work together as like a two-part glue, right? Is all I'm suggesting, and that they each need each other in order to be stronger.
You're talking about the balance of the force. Jedi. Yes, you need both. An intellect for wisdom and a heart for love. Those are the two recipes for the successful spirit. Right? Well said, brother. Understanding is deeper than knowledge. There are many people who know you, but very few who understand you. Right? This is a very important meme. To me, the deepest connection you can have is when you get to know someone, you understand them, and you can then be a better person in their life. So for me, it's very important that you learn knowledge. And then ultimately you want to gain understanding. Or, some people like to flip the tables and say, overstanding, right? But in this term, understanding one another is key to successful relationships. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, so you get a person that once the relationship is deep enough, they can actually predict choices, predict how a person's going to do this or that because they know them already. And in that way, when you're in that state, when a person does something that people don't like, if there's a failure in some sort of way, some sort of negative outcome, then the understanding is, well, that's the way that person is. You know that person already. They do this because they are this way. And so it is deeper than just knowledge. It's actually, you've seen a pattern and you've been able to deduce from that pattern outcomes, and that's a higher level of knowing somebody than just like knowing them, like you met them, you know where they went to school,
Oh, I
or
know
where they
them, but I don't
work,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the basic roots of it. Well said. This one says, the truth is never denied the seeker. Rather, it is the seeker who has denied the truth. This one's absolutely true. Okay, it's absolutely true. And all you have to do is go around sharing truth with people, and you're going to see it denied all the time. What do you think of this one, brother?
No, it's profound. Truth doesn't deny nothing. It doesn't even have the ability to do so. It just is. And so the only denier of truth is a person that comes along and denies something that's true. It's true. Truth just sits there doing what it does, existing, right?
Yes, eternally. This next one says, the best is yet to come. Be patient. This one here for me is really hard. I've been in such a role with the social media posting, and well working, not doing it as much during that time. So I'm there to work. I want to be a man and be honest. But just to stop for a few days and not post anything, it's tough. I'm working on being patient. I'm learning to move on to the next stage of my life. I'm an old man now, I'm 42, right? So I'm actually really focusing on being patient. And it's hard because I always want to act because I have this crazy heart. I don't know if I told you guys. It's not normal. Never was. Can't hide it. But I'm learning to be patient. Because it says here the best is yet to come. What do you think of this one, brother?
Yeah, so each day I wake up, it's another test of my patience. I'm like, another 24 hours, I gotta...
Oh, brother, come on. If you woke up more to the rising grind, I think you'd be happier. Where's Toolbox Teddy? He hasn't been around lately.
Yeah, so patience it's a tough one, especially the more of a truther you are. So the more of a truth you are, the more excluded you are from circles in this world. And so that makes you, much more... on your own, and then that on your own and loneliness makes you don't have the sensory input. So the active person that's got birthday parties and Christmas parties and this and that, and somebody's going to jail and somebody did this, and you got all that activity, you're always occupied, right? So when you're not as occupied, the patience is a tough thing. You're looking for something to pay attention to, and it's not always there. So that's where the patience becomes difficult, is to actually sit there and wait for something worthy of your attention, right? So it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes practice, and it takes a real sense of internal strength and independence to be able to be patient like that. Just waiting for the change in this world. We need some change.
It's tough, right? But that's why I try to do my best. I have a checklist. Everybody, you should have a checklist too. Before you close your eyes, ask yourself, what did I do today? Did I make people laugh? Did I encourage anyone? Did I do anything good? Did I work? Did I build anything? Did I love my kids? What did I do today? And if you do that, you can start to set things that you want to do. And then through habitual routine, anything is possible. You can do anything in this realm that you set your heart to. It's all about your mindset. Jason needs to wake up. He needs to wake up with a good mindset, brother. You need to try flipping the tables. And yes, another day to fight for the kingdom of life. That's what we're here to do. My job is to encourage. It's not a competition, right? I'm not keeping a score right now personally. I know there's probably one somewhere I wouldn't mind seeing, but that's just ego, right? And I don't want to be the ego. I want to be the love. This one says people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. It's absolutely true. This one means something to me because Jason and I have constantly gone around because we found the truth, and no matter how crazy it was, we wanted to share it with everyone. I used to be so excited to share truth with people. You guys, I'm not going to go into the poor me because I don't ever play the victim. You're not going to see that. No way. What I do want to tell you guys is that people they didn't want the truth. They hated it. They hated me for telling them. right? And that's the truth of it. Jason, what do you think of this?
Yeah,
You in the
it's
chat?
I was in the chat, but the illusion's destroyed. So it's a cognitive dissonance thing. It once a person has decided that they're going to believe a certain thing, they don't want that changed. And it seems like it all stems from a sense of wanting to fit in and be a part of the crowd and not stand out and not be independent. And so yeah, they're living in an illusionary world. It's a false reality. They think that they're made up of atoms that are spinning, and they think that they're spinning, flying through space, and they have this whole belief system that's an illusion, and they don't want it destroyed. As soon as they hear something that's going to interrupt that belief system, they don't want to hear it. It triggers them. They hate it.
Yeah, they balk at it. They try to do basically anything they can, squirm away from it, usually insult. You know, like I said, I don't want to play the victim. We got 2 more to get into. This was a great memes of the week, 18. It was a tough one, but we always find a way. This next one says the Ahab spirit. So we've heard about the Jezebel spirit. Let's see what happens when we play this card. We're going to do a test. It says here the Ahab. Ahab was one of the wickedest kings in Israel. His codependent relationship with who? Jezebel allowed evil to run rampant. The spirit of Ahab advocates authority for the approval and acceptance of Jezebel. This spirit tolerates evil, shirks responsibility, and enjoys very childish things. It is also effeminate, materialistic, and promiscuous. If this is you, pray for deliverance and repentance from the spirit of this Ahab character. So we're bringing this up because it's time that we look at other things too. If you see people out there going around fighting for certain individuals, and you see that they're fighting for things that are lies and deceptions, you can obviously see that there seems to be this spirit that accompanies with the Jezebel spirit. And these are the characteristics. So keep a watch out for it. That's basically what I wanted to bring up. The Ahab spirit. Jason, have you heard of this one?
Not specifically. I've heard of the Jezebel, but these were the spirits that Elijah was up against back in that day. And yeah, it's like a blood feud. It's like one of the biggest feuds in the Bible. The Ahab Jezebel versus Elijah. And yeah, so the Ahab and Jezebel, wicked spirits, absolutely wicked spirits.
Yeah, I always like to look at the past kings. I always study it. It's important to know what they did, how they rule, what happened in the kingdom when they were ruling. I always look into that because it teaches you. And if we don't learn from history, we're bound to make the same mistakes, right? So let's get into this last one. I did not forget about this, guys, because, hey, we love accountability. You know how I prove my love, Jason, for something?
By what you do?
Actions. I don't want anyone that I didn't earn or work for. So this last one here says the parable of the talents. We want to talk about doing something. We all want to hear the Lord tell us, well done, good and faithful servant. Sadly, this is not the case for many. In the parable of the talents, the master only says this to the two servants who work to multiply their master's talents. The other servant chose to hide his master's talent rather than multiply it. The master called him wicked and lazy. Therefore, our master, Yahawahashai, I didn't have time to change it, gave us this parable to warn. As you see, who gave this parable? This is the wrong name. Christ. Christ gave us his parable. People want to say that they're saved by his righteousness only. They want to come and tell you, I'm protected in the blood of Christ. I don't have to do anything. Well, why is Christ saying this parable then? He told them what's going to happen if you waste your life, while also encouraging us to be faithful with the gifts. That's our time here, the money we do acquire, how do you use it, etc. That he that he has entrusted us with. and use them to give him glory. What are you doing with yourself? Now, maybe you're tuning in and you're not a scriptural based person. Okay, let's look at this. This is a karmic teaching. This is about karma. Oh, the one that he gave the one to, he was so worried he was going to get bad karma. He just buried his talent in the ground. The other two knew that he wanted something back, so they tried as hard as they could to multiply it. Right? So, whether you're a Christian or not, you should be multiplying. Jason brought up the other day calling it debts. So the tiny hat people, the Eskimos, they love to create usury debt. They want you to be in debt to them, get you their credit cards, get you all that stuff, pay it later, right? That's what they're always saying. Jason and I are telling you what you want is other people to be in debt to you for righteous things that they can't even pay you back for. These are how we build up actual eternal treasures, right? And Christ told us you get them through works. Guess what, guys? The Vatican, modern day fake Christianity wants you to perish in hell. They taught you that you don't need to do anything. Just be baptized and born again, they said. And that's all you have to do. The Christ, the King, the one we're supposed to emulate, came here and told us to work, do the works. He didn't tell the parable of the talents for no reason. He spoke this because he was warning people. He was constantly warning people. Jason, did you want to jump in on this last one? Was I a little bit overbearing? It's so important to me that I get people motivated. I want you guys to do things. You don't have to go around sharing the gospel. I want you to love other people. Love them. So give yourself away to the people that can't pay you back. Be kind and loving. That's what I have to say.
So from this parable, if somebody learns a truth and doesn't share that truth, then what happens to them?
You buried it.
Yeah, you buried it. You didn't double. You didn't do anything. You didn't come up with anything extra. You just buried it. So if you've learned truth and you haven't shared it, it's really clear that you're the wicked and lazy servant, and that you're going to be cast into the outer darkness. So there's a really imperative point to this parable that if you're learning truths, that you're also sharing them. You can't just bury it and sit on it. That's the Laodiceans. They're the lukewarms. They get spit out. If you're learning truth, right, you better be turning around and sharing it. You can't sit on it. It's considered a really bad thing to sit on that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, we're just trying to spark you guys to fight for truth. Mm-hmm. These are banners that are going to hang in the kingdom. What did you do? Right? You want to build up riches. Again, you do that through helping other people that can't even help you back. Right? There's so many different ways we could look into this, but I just like this because I want people to want to do stuff too. I want you to have check boxes too, like me, where you can feel proud of yourself. It's all about loving who you are. It's not about creating usury or debt. You want to create debt that you can't get paid back for. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. This isn't the easy path that we're taking you on. This is the one about love and sacrifice, being hated, right? Being the most censored night show in the realm. Not only are we the most censored morning show, we're the most censored night show too. But we're not victimhood here. Jason and I will never play the victim card. We're going to get out and fight for truth because, Jason, you have a checkbox, right? Your processor is constantly evaluating you.
Yeah. I analyze and see like how much effort, how much time have I put into, could I do more? Could it be better? All this kind of stuff. It's really the only thing I think about in the day other than just the meager essentials that I have to do as far as what it takes to have food and gas and that kind of stuff. Once those things are covered, then I'm constantly just thinking about what I can be doing truth-wise. I figure the more I do that, the better off I am.
What we try to do, right? Create usury where we don't get paid back. We want to have as much of that as we can get.
Yeah, it's not even usury then. And then all of a sudden it's kingdom coin.
Kingdom coins just be blingity blinging. Right? Get you guys some kingdom coins, okay? That's what we want the most, because we know this is just a short ride. This is, what is it? A short walk home in the afternoon forever. And the sun is going to rise tomorrow, you guys, no matter how tough tonight may be, or tonight or tomorrow night. I promise you guys, the sun will rise up into the sky and you can go out and chill with them. So get out, do forest bathing, get you out into nature, vibrate you with the flowers and the plants and the animals. And thank you, brother. Thank you for adding your thoughts. I know I did a lot of extra talking tonight, but, you know, I just wanted to share what was in my heart. You know, hopefully I'm not fooled by it. I'm sorry. That was funny. I shouldn't make those jokes. They always get me in trouble, you know, like the stupid jokes. Now, follow your heart, guys. Tell the ones that you love. Tomorrow's not promised. This place is a grinder, but hey, we can go through this together.
Oh, it sounds good. It's been a great night, brother. Thank you for putting this all together. Awesome new meme roller. And, yeah, what can people expect? We'll probably be live this Sunday evening, and believe it or not, that is the day that the United States is supposed to start losing its what do they call it, supremacy? Like it has any, but it's supposed to be conceded over to was it
we're watching.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about that, and we'll have to figure out. We finished Nephi, so we'll have to figure out what else it is that we want to cover. But, yeah, we're looking forward to the beginning of the Great Tribulation, everybody. Everything's in position. We're just waiting for a few big announcements. When that first bowl of wrath is poured out, we're looking for sores on people. It could be close, everyone. It could be very close. So, brother, anything else you want to say? If not, where's the only place anybody's going to get this information?
Only the Kingdom of the Living, Yahawahashai News Network.
You say I've changed. Maybe you should try to. The old me was okay, but I think it's time for something new. Brush my hair in the mirror. Maybe I'll dye it red. Heard the color is dated, but I don't care what they say. It's the end of the era. I put my fist in the air, and then I look in the camera and tell them, let the credits roll and the lights come on, and we play that song saying it's time to let the curtains close. This ain't a coming of age anymore, so let the credits roll. I watch a montage of moments I thought the world would end. Cut to part 2. I realized it was in my head. Brush my hair in the mirror. Maybe I'll dye it blue. Heard the color is dated, but maybe dated is cool. It's the end of the era. I put my fist in the air, and then I look at the camera and tell them, let the credits roll and the lights come on, and we play that song saying it's time to let the curtains close. This ain't a coming of age anymore, so let the credits roll and the lights come on, and we play that song saying it's time to let the curtains close. This ain't a coming of age anymore. I know I've changed, maybe you should go try it too. I'm not the same, so don't expect what you're used to. Let the credits roll